When you consider Hashem as a father, as a mother, He will be next to you. B'shut Morai v'Rabotai, with the permission of Hashem, I said this today twice, because today it's we will, Be'ezat Hashem, try to explain a little bit of the parasha of this week. As you know, those parashiyot that we learn, there is a lot of psukim, verses, the Torah writes the way the Mishkan, the Beit HaMikdash, was built. And really, usually, as we know, the Torah, it's something that it's kiyum. The Torah, it's forever. The Torah, it's not something just for one day. When Hashem gives a mitzvah, it's for life. You know, all the stories that the Torah writes, from the stories there is a lot of things to learn. From Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, the stories of Moshe, Aaron, David, Amelech, Shlomo, the King Solomon. I mean, about the Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, their life. The Torah wants us to compare ourselves to the patriarch. But I don't understand. The Torah writes about the building of the Mishkan, especially if you see the end of Pikudei, Vayakhel, Kitisa, all these parashiyot, Teruma, Tetzaveh, 5 parashiyot. So much the Torah invests time how to build it, how to do it, to repeat it. At the end, this Mishkan was destroyed. And today there is no Mishkan. The Torah talk about Shabbat, Shabbat remain. And I would like even to talk about when the Torah talk about the sacrifice. I would love that the Torah will write about something that it will last all the time, forever. But why the Torah has to write so much about some mitzvot that only those mitzvot who will do them in Eretz Israel? I mean, why the Torah will not write about the mitzvot that we will do them all the time, whether we are in Eretz Israel or we are not in Eretz Israel, and the mitzvot that will do them only part-time when we'll be in Eretz Israel? So the Torah not need to write them. You know, there is a lot of mitzvot that are halacha leMoshe Sinai. Mitzvot that they are not written in the Torah, but they were given to Moshe in Har Sinai, but they were not written in the Torah. And those mitzvot we do them up to now. So there is a lot of mitzvot derabanan, the mitzvot that Hachamim said. So why Hashem will not write in the Torah the mitzvot that we will do them all the time? Like not to eat hazir, not to eat the pig. It's for all the time. To do Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Shofar, it's all the time. If there is Beit HaMikdash or there is no Beit HaMikdash, we have to do them all the time. So the mitzvah that we don't have to do them all the time, we don't need to write them in the Torah. We'll do them as long as we can do them. Like the Shemitah, like not to work the 7 year. I mean, 6 year you work your land, and the year 7 year you are not allowed to work your land. Like as well the slaves. As the slaves today, we don't sell slaves. Today we don't buy slaves. So why do we have to write in the Torah? Especially the Mishkan, the way the whole Mishkan was built. Did we need to write all this in the Torah? I mean, Moshe Rabbeinu, I forgot to tell you, the Beit HaMikdash that Shlomo, the King Shlomo, built, it was exactly the map, the way how it was built. It was from Shmuel HaNavi teach to David HaMelech, and David HaMelech teach to Shlomo HaMelech. And they receive from prophet to prophet till Moshe Rabbeinu, or the plan. So, and it's not written in the Torah, the way how the Beit HaMikdash was built by Shlomo, the King Shlomo. But the tabernacle, the Mishkan, that Moshe Rabbeinu built in the desert, that was written in the Torah, hundreds of verses, of psukim. Why did we need this? And besides this, the mitzvot that we don't need to do them since the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, and because we are not in Eretz Israel, we don't need to write them. We could receive them as halacha Moshe Sinai, that this is the way we should do. And the mitzvot that, and if the mitzvot that they are related to the Beit HaMikdash, we don't need them to be written in the Torah, because since there is no Beit HaMikdash, there is no sacrifice. So why the Torah invest all this in to write them, and the mitzvot that we do them up to now, they are not written in the Torah. Why? This is what we try to understand. I would like just to tell you this. Hashem, He wants us to understand one thing. Mitzvot that we not need them for a long time, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wrote them the Torah. So you can imagine the mitzvot that we need them all the time, they should be written in the Torah, and they are not written in the Torah. Why? Because Hashem wants us to be the parasha of those mitzvot. Instead of those mitzvot to be written in the Torah, they should be written by us. How they can be written by us? When we do them, when we respect them, when we have emunah that they were given from Hashem, and when we don't ask questions. There was a rabbi, a big rabbi. His name is Chavetz Chaim. His name is Chatam Sofer. One day, this rabbi, he saw an old man, a very old man, very, very old man. He told him, "Hey, can you tell me what it is a secret that you are old? I mean, must be a secret why you are old. He said, well, the reason why I am old maybe because I don't ask questions about Hashem. He said, what? What the connection? Because you don't ask questions, you are old? He said, yes. He said, you know, Rabbi, when a man has a conflict with Hashem, it's like he asks, why Hashem did that to me? Why Hashem did that to me? Why this? Why this? Hashem said, you don't believe me, you don't trust me, why I did that? Do you think I have nothing to do? Just to harm people? Just to punish people? I have a reason. You want to know why? So come up. Come up. You can come. And then they invite him to come. So he had to die. So he said, Rabbi, I don't ask questions. Was something happen? I know. It happened because Hashem wanted to happen. I don't ask questions. It's fabulous. Fabulous story. So now you understand that Hashem, he wrote in the Torah a lot of mitzvot that today we don't need them because there is no Beit HaMikdash, there is no sacrifice, there is a lot of mitzvot, there is no Beit HaMikdash at all, there is no Mishkan. So why the Torah wrote them? Why the Torah wrote them? Yeah, the Torah wrote them to teach you not to ask. Hashem knows why he wrote them. He wrote them to teach you if Hashem wrote those mitzvot who will not last more than a few hundred years, and then after we have to stop to doing them because there is no Beit HaMikdash, and because we have to exile from Eretz Israel. So, if Hashem he wrote only this and he did not write those who are so important for life that we have to do them, even if there is no Beit HaMikdash, even if we are in America or outside Israel, because Hashem wants us to be their parasha. Hashem wants us to believe on those mitzvot that they are not written in the Torah, and we have to consider them as if they were written in the Torah. This is a big teaching that Hashem he teach us. And Hashem he wants to teach us something else. That the mitzvot that he wrote in the Torah and now we cannot do them because there is no Beit HaMikdash. So somehow it's our fault. Somehow it's our fault. But still, Baruch Hashem, there is something else. Even that today there is no Beit HaMikdash, even that today there is no sacrifice, even that today there is a lot of mitzvot that we don't need them, we don't do them because there is no Beit HaMikdash. But when we talk about them, when we miss them, so Hashem consider if we did them. On the other hand, Hashem said, you miss those who you cannot do, but at least why you don't do those that you can do even now? You see, it's a trap. You miss those that you cannot do. It's fabulous. But what about those that you can do? But they are not written in the Torah. Why don't miss them? Why don't do them? So now you understand why Hashem, cleverly, very clever, with big chokhmah, he wrote exactly the Torah, mitzvot that we can do them only a certain limit, and after we cannot do them, just to teach you that if those, Kal Vachomer, if those that you cannot do all the time, Hashem wrote them, so those who Hashem did not write in the Torah, He gives you the privilege, He gives you the honor to write them yourself in your heart and do them. Don't forget that each man is the image of God. Each man is a separate Torah. So write them on you, on your mind, and do them. For those who miss those mitzvot, that we cannot do them because there is no Beit HaMikdash, so Hashem has an answer for him. What about the others that you can do? Why you don't miss them? So now you understand why Hashem, He did not write mitzvot that we can do if there is no Beit HaMikdash. Now you can understand. But I would like just to tell you this. Can you imagine the day that the Jews said, Na'aseh v'nishma, when Hashem gave the Torah, and they said, we'll do and we'll listen. Can you imagine when Hashem said to them, I'm going to give you the Torah? They said, yes, Na'aseh v'nishma. Hashem did not tell them what He's going to give them. What kind of mitzvot? What mitzvot will be written in the Torah? Which mitzvot will not be written in the Torah? They said Na'aseh v'nishma for everything. And when they said Na'aseh v'nishma, that was a big compliment for the Jews. That they said, we listen, we'll do before we listen. We're willing to do now. Even usually you listen, then you do. But here the Jews, they said, we do. We want to do. So Hashem, He said, well, take your word. You want to do? So there is mitzvot that I will not write in the Torah. And you have to do them. And don't ask questions. Because you did not ask me now what kind of Torah I'm going to give you. So because you did not ask me what kind of Torah I'm going to give you, so you should know that there will be mitzvot that you have to do that will be not written in the Torah. And there will be mitzvot that you will do only at a certain time, and those mitzvot will be written in the Torah. And you said Na'aseh v'nishma. And you said Na'aseh v'nishma. Now you understand why those 5 parashiyot, till Parasha Vayikra, even Parasha Vayikra, all the sacrifice that Hashem said that we have to do, the Beit HaMikdash, today we don't do them. Okay? Today we don't do sacrifice. Today there is no Beit HaMikdash, but a man, he is in state. He is in state of the Beit HaMikdash. A man will he sacrificed himself. Adam Yaakov became a man who sacrificed himself to serve Hashem. A man who built himself to be a house of Hashem. So he's like a Beit HaMikdash. He become like a Beit HaMikdash. Let's come and do a Cheshbon HaNefesh. Let's think a little bit, all of us now. You know, I always imagine, one of my students is 81, 82, 83-year-old. He passed away last week. His name is Eliyahu Rahamim, Zechrono Livracha. I remember a few years ago, 25 years ago, something like that. He became Baal Tshuva with me, with all his family. Last week, I was in Israel. I went to Bnei Brak to present, my condolences to the family. There were 5 fathers and all their children, and those 5 fathers, I know them since 25 years ago. And they were sitting on the floor doing Shiva. And all the children, they were there. They all came to see me because they knew I'm going to come. And their grandchildren, because thanks God, in the meantime, their children, they got married, they have children, they're already grandfathers. And the older son of the one who died, he told me, Rabbi David, thanks. So you see all this family who are here, we ourselves, our children, our grandchildren, Baruch Hashem, we're all religious because of you. Because you helped us to do Teshuvah. Because before we were nothing. And since we meet you, we did a big teshuvah. We meet you about 25 years ago, something like that. And my father too, he did teshuvah with you. So I was proud. I was happy. I said, thanks Hashem, thank you HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you give me this privilege to bring back some of the Jews back to you. I was happy. For me, that was like a binyan beit HaMikdash, a real build of the house of Hashem. Each Jew is a house of Hashem. Each Jew who do mitzvot, each Jew who pray to Hashem, each Jew who do sacrifice with kavanah, with humble, with dignity, with heart, he become a house of Hashem. Not only when he is in shul, when he is outside as well, he behave, he respect Hashem, he become a house of Hashem. So I said, Hashem, thank you. So I told them, I would like to tell you something. You cannot imagine how happy I am to listen to what you said. And then I point out of one of the children. I said, you, I remember you when you used to sell things that they were not kosher. And then I started to teach you Torah. And then I told you to marry only a religious girl. Baruch Hashem, all of you, you married religious girls, Baruch Hashem. All of you, you studied Torah. And you. I remember once in the yeshiva, you heard from the Rosh Yeshiva a big question on the Gemara, and you give a good answer. So I'm proud of you that you are Baruch Hashem, that I helped you to be what you are. But we should thanks as well to your father, because your father, he became as well Baal Tshuva like you. Because can you imagine if your father will stop you, maybe you will not listen to me, that will be a problem. So now today, he died, now that he's not here with us, he's there. He must be proud. He must say to Hashem, thank you Hashem that you sent us Rabbi David Pinto to help us to do teshuvah. Look at my children, look at my grandchildren. Thanks God, I'm happy. But I would like to tell you something. You think you thanks me. I would like to tell you, I want to thank you. I want to thank you that you give me this zechut, that you are what I want you to be. You think that I am the one who made you what you are. I would just tell you that I'm more happy, I'm more proud to see you, that you listen to me. Can you imagine if you would not listen to me? Because after all what I did, I spoke to you, I teach you Torah. I mean, the same way I teach you Torah, I teach Torah to other people. Why only you listen to me and others did not listen to me? Because you had the willing, you had the ratzon, because you listen to me, and because as well your father and mother, they push you to listen to me. So Baruch Hashem, I'm happy. I'm happy that you are a Mishkan of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Of course HaKadosh Baruch Hu is happy with you. And I told him, tonight I'm going to go to the grave of your father, that is still fresh. They only buried him a few days ago. I'm going to tell him, thank you very much, Rabbi Rahamim, that when I pushed your children to do Torah and mitzvot and to do teshuvah, that you did not stop them. Not only you did not stop them, but you help them, you become you as well, Baal Tshuva. And I know you for 20 years, you never missed a lecture that I said, that I give. And thank you very much. This is what Hashem wants from us. Of course, today there is no Beit HaMikdash. Of course, we have a question. Why the Torah had to write stories about Beit HaMikdash, how to build it, how much money to spend, the way they built it. You know, why do we what do we need all this to be written in the Torah? Hashem, He want to teach us if the Beit Mikdash that He will not last, it was written in the Torah, so the rest of the mitzvot that will last, that we will do them, even if there is no Beit Mikdash. So we have to consider ourselves as a Sefer Torah and to write those mitzvot on ourselves. It's like, you know, this famous story of Rabbi Hananiah bint Radion. You know, when the Roman, they wanted to kill him, they took a Sefer Torah, they put it around him, and they burned him together with the Sefer Torah. And he was saying Shema Israel. So his students, they were there. The Roman, on purpose, they took his student and they put his student in front of their rabbi when he was burning. Why did he did that? Why did he not kill and Rabbi Hananiah ben Radion? Because he was learning Torah, and his student to whom he teach Torah, all of them should burn them. No, the Roman, they were so clever. They only burned the rabbi, not the student. You know, because he wanted to show the student, look, your rabbi, the one who teach you Torah, the one who teach you Emunah. Where is God? Why the Torah doesn't protect him? Why God he doesn't protect him? You know, for the Roman, it's more important that the student will become Reshaim, that they will not believe anymore in Hashem, than if they kill them. Like the Greek. The Greek didn't kill the Jews, they wanted just to make them against the Judaism, to change them. Like there is two kinds of Shoah. A Shoah that you kill the body, or a physical Shoah, or a spiritual Shoah. And the spiritual Shoah is more dangerous than physical Shoah. Because a physical Shoah, you kill the man, he dies, but he has Olam Haba. He go to the paradise. But a spiritual Shoah, if you kill somebody spiritually, so he will lose and his body and his soul, and this world and the other world. So that's why they did not kill the children, the student of Rabbi Hananiah ben Radion. But at that moment, they were looking at the rabbi burning with the sefer around him. They told him, Rabbi, what do you feel? What do you see? He told them, you know, you want to know what I see? I see that the Sefer Torah is burning, but the letters of the Sefer Torah, the Torah itself, it's not burning. She's flying. It's round. The Torah, no one can touch her. You burn the Sefer Torah, the letters of the Sefer Torah, they will go to somebody else. So that means that a man is a Sefer Torah. A man is a Sefer Torah. Is a Torah himself. When an old Sefer Torah become old and become pasul, we buried him. Like a man. When a man died, we buried him with a special ceremony. So my friend, I would like just to ask you one question. And this is very important for me to ask it. A lot of people, I ask people, a lot of time I ask people, do you love Hashem? The answer is, of course. I ask them, do you love the Torah? They said, of course. So I ask them again, do you love yourself? They said, of course. Who doesn't love himself? So I ask them, if you love yourself, how you love yourself? Together with the Torah or together with the money? The Torah said you have to love Hashem. Do really we love Hashem? This is the question. Do really we love Hashem? We see today a lot of people do we make sacrifice to make money. They love themselves. If they love themselves, why they don't think about themselves after 120 years when they will arrive there? when they will when they know, while they know that there is no money, nothing, there is only Torah. Only if you have Torah in your hand, you can have the privilege to go there. And then, how did you not bring with you nothing up there? You must find an answer. What's going to be the answer? I would like just to ask people, hey, people, tell me, you love Hashem? Yes. What can you do for him? And I will see not many people will give me an answer. You love money? Yes. What can you do to make money? Well, they will tell me whatever you want. Do you want money? Yes. What can you do? Whatever you want. Ask. We do. But if I ask them, do you love the Torah? Yes. The answer will be yes. But when I ask them, so let's come, study Torah, let's come, do mitzvot, they will be lazy. So that means we fool ourselves. On one hand, we say we love God. On one hand, we say we love the Torah. On one hand, we say we love ourselves. Then we discover that we don't love not ourselves, not Hashem, not the Torah. To love Hashem, to love the Torah, to love yourself, you need a sacrifice. So today there is no sacrifice. There is no shift to kill, to do shchita in the Beit HaMikdash. Today there is no sacrifice in the Beit HaMikdash. Today there is no Beit HaMikdash. Today there is nothing, nowhere to go where you can expose your love to Hashem. Today there is you. There is the yeshiva. There is a synagogue. This is very, very important. Of course, okay, the Torah don't write to you about a lot of mitzvot that we do today. No. You write them yourself. Do them. You know, those mitzvot they were given from Hashem, so do them. You only read mitzvot that you cannot do. You only say, I love those mitzvot because you cannot do them. But why you don't do mitzvot that you can do? Where is your love to them? Anyway, if you love the Torah, so you have mitzvot that you can do. Why you don't do them? There is a lot of you think about it. You know, my friend, we said that Hashem wants to live with us. ועשו לי משכן ושכנתי בתוכם. Hashem wants to live with us. But we must show him that we have to let him in. Yes, it's easy to say, I love Hashem. I want Hashem to live with me. I want him to be next to me. So show him. How can you show him? That the mitzvot, that the Torah don't talk about them. In the Torah, that you can do them. And the mitzvot that the Torah talked about it to do them, you can do them. The Torah talked about the Beit HaMikdash, so you become the Beit HaMikdash. The Torah talk about the sacrifice, do the sacrifice. Yes, the Torah said, ועשו לי משכן ושכנתי בתוכם. ועשו לי. לי, it's Gematria 40. If you do a calculation of li, it's 40. 40 is the Torah that was given after 40 days. Li, it's Gematria 40. V'shachanti is God, Hashem, the Shekhinah. Betocham, it's the Jews, Bnei Israel. This is the condition. Anyone who loves Hashem cannot love Hashem without the Torah, without loving the Jews. You have to make it one. Torah, Jews, and Hashem. Yes. Yes. ואתם תהיו לי ממלכת כהנים. Hashem said, and you will be for me a kingdom of Kohanim. But atem is the same word of emet. only through Emet, and at the Torah it's Emet. Through the Torah, we can be spatial to the eyes of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The more we do, the more, more and more mitzvot, more action. Ay. Yes. I would like to, Be'ezat Hashem, just to give you just a image. How was Adam HaRishon before he did the Avera? Just imagine. How was Adam HaRishon? He was like an angel. But today, we can be like an angel. You understand? We can be like an angel with the Torah. Since Hashem gave us the Torah, we can become like Adam HaRishon and more than Adam HaRishon. It's up to us. When Adam HaRishon, before he did the Avera, you cannot imagine how the world was. The world was so holy, bright, light. Even the animals were pure, holy, because there was nothing bad, no Avera, no sin, no klipa, nothing. It was incredible. It was fantastic. You cannot imagine. Imagine Adam HaRishon, when he saw the animals passing, he gave them names, and even he was looking for himself something among them, something that could suit him, male and female. Then he saw that they are not for him. But just imagine how if the animals, they were pure, and things changed when Adam HaRishon, he mixed the bad and the good, because he did not follow the order of Hashem. Hashem told him not to eat and eat, and because he eats, he destroyed everything. It was a big mistake. Ay. The Gemara said that even the angels, before Adam HaRishon did the sin, they thought he was God. Can you imagine what kind of body Adam HaRishon had? He was a Mishkan of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He was like Hashem. Not Hashem, but he was. The Gemara said that they were friends. They were working together in Gan Eden. You know, the tzaddikim, we call them Ish Elokim, a man of God. I mean, you cannot imagine. As I said, the angels, they never thought that Adam was God. But when they saw him eating and drinking, sleeping, so they understood that he was not God. He was just a man. Can you imagine Adam HaRishon, what he lost? What he was, what he lost. Can you imagine what he lost? He was to be the house of Hashem. So now we can have this opportunity to be the house of Hashem through the Torah. ועשו לי משכן, ושכנתי בתוכם. Ay, through the Torah. ועשו לי, through the Torah, and through connecting with the Jews, with Hashem, Torah, Jews, Hashem, the three of them. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be with us. שכנתי בתוכם. Can you imagine how many generations since Adam HaRishon till Avraham Avinu with big neshamot? Can you imagine they were so close to the creation, so close to Adam, and they saw Adam HaRishon, the firstborn, the first one who was created by Hashem. They were so big neshamot. and they had a chance to be the Mishkan of Hashem. They have the chance, but they lost it. So Abraham came, Vikibescha Kulam. Abraham came and he saw this mistake. All those people, just imagine the neshama that Abraham Abinu had. Just imagine. And imagine his grandfather, Shem, Noah, Eber, all those tzaddikim, they had big neshamot. Can you imagine what kind of neshamot had all those generations? No one of them followed Hashem. So Abraham, knowing what kind of neshamot they had, he fighted against them. So he received a big reward, a big schar. What they did not do, Hashem considered, with the strength that you had, you, all those neshamot, what you could do for me, you did not do it, so Abraham will do it. Abraham will take all your schar. How many generations? They could fix up all what Adam Rishon did, and they did nothing. They did worse. So Hashem said to Abraham, "So Abraham, you have no choice. You are only you and your children. I rely on you to fix up the world." And from Abraham, we started to fix the world, to fix what Adam Rishon did. And Baruch Hashem, the Avot HaKadoshim started to fix. Then our parents in Egypt, they started to carry on to fix the Begam, the sin that Adam Rishon did. And then Baruch Hashem, the Jews left Egypt, everything was done, everything was fixed. They received the Torah. With the Torah, they fixed even more. And Baruch Hashem, and unfortunately, they did the Egel, so they lost all what they fixed. So Baruch Hashem, even though He gave us the Torah, through the Torah, B'et Hashem, we'll carry on fixing till Mashiach will come, B'et Hashem. And B'et Hashem, we pray to Hashem to give us the strength to carry on serving Hashem. Amen ve'amen. So B'et Hashem, now we know that each Jew is a parasha. Each Jew is a Sefer Torah. What the Torah, what Hashem did, He did not write. And the Torah, He wrote it. The Jew has to write it on himself. וזאת התורה אשר ציווה, וזאת התורה אשר ציווה משה לבני ישראל. This is the Torah that Hashem ordered to the Jews. What that means? This is the Torah that He wrote, and the Torah that we have to write by accomplishing the mitzvah. God bless you.